Welcome back to episode number 2 of Storm Center. Thank you guys for listening, viewing, and subscribing and all the support on the first episode. I appreciate it. I have a very special guest today joining me on this episode. It's going to be my old man. Today we have all kinds of stuff ready to talk about, everything that happened in the sports world throughout the last week. Not everything, just kind of the big things. So yeah, we're going to get started here. I have a bunch of questions and answers from my dad that you guys submitted on Instagram, so I appreciate you for that. But yeah, let's get into it. First things first, we're going to talk about Trey Lance getting traded to Dallas for a 4th-round pick. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you like the move for Dallas, or do you think that it was an overpay, underpay?
I think Dallas was brilliant.
Who won the trade?
Dallas did. Dallas and who did the 3 picks go to that the Niners?
I don't remember that they traded at the beginning.
They traded up to get him.
It was 3 firsts.
3 first-round picks, right? So whoever, I forget who it was. It was Chicago or I don't know. At any rate, yeah, they won, and so did Dallas. I mean, but obviously it's not hurting the Niners. Look at their roster.
I don't think it hurts them, but I think it's a step back in the situation of
It is as far as depth.
If depth-wise, they could have used those 3 first-round picks to get so much more. Like think if they still had those 3 first-round picks.
Well, no, absolutely. No,
they could have got better defensively. They could have got better offensive line.
Look what they got as a draft pick with him.
They lucked out.
They lucked out. I don't know. Did they? Because Shanahan is. He's got an eye for talent, quarterback whisperer too.
That's true. That is true.
And now that he's traded Trey Lance off, maybe there's just something there that maybe Shanahan sees that Lance ain't never going to make it. So, but it's very high reward for Dallas.
Yeah, low risk too.
High reward
A 4th-round pick for a quarterback that's played 1 game.
Yeah, you don't know what you got.
And I think Jerry Jones is getting done with Dak. I think Dak's in trouble. I think.
So is the head coach.
I think they underperformed this year. I think the Cowboys hit that reset button, and I think Dak's done. They gave him. He's had so much talent around him. You know what I mean? If you put any other a decent quarterback that people say it's top 15 at that level on that Cowboys team, they're going to the Super Bowl. Those receivers, he had Amari Cooper, he's had CD Lamb, He had one of the best running backs in the NFL at the same time.
I'll tell you, they wouldn't. I just don't believe in Mike McCarthy either.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy's caused a lot of problems. I don't know.
I mean,
Dallas
should have sat back and waited, and they shouldn't have went after Peyton.
Yeah,
Denver did it.
Yeah,
they knew he only had to just sit out 1 year.
Yeah. They should have threw
fired McCarthy in the offseason and went after him.
Yeah, they should have threw it towards him.
Yeah, I don't think McCarthy's going to.
I don't know if he fixed Dak Prescott though. I've never been a Dak Prescott believer.
Neither have I been. So, but if Peyton wants to roll with him, that tells you something, right?
That's true. That's true. But we'll see what Denver does now too with him. You know. We'll talk about them in a little bit because I have predictions for all the divisions. Next thing is on the agenda is Ohtani, the injury.
The injury?
The injury. We're going to talk about the other stuff later, but
okay.
The injury. Are the Angels stupid for letting him still bat?
No.
Even though they're out of the playoff race?
Nope.
You don't think it's going to, because it couldn't, think about it, if that gets his injury worse.
They're not going to keep him anyway. He's leaving. So why not?
Yeah, but if he stays.
It's a big if. I think the Angels screwed up bad.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep him, it's sweet. You know, you want to keep somebody.
Yeah, I mean,
like
if
that.
he decides to stay and he stays because he got hurt, well, you know, I don't know. Maybe Ohtani's in the background told him, if you don't sit me, and your chances of me re-signing are high. He could say that to that team when you don't know it.
That's true. There could be a lot.
So there
of
might be something going on behind the scenes. I don't know.
Very true. I don't know how I feel about. I don't know, because I feel like it could be bad.
I mean, now shutting down obviously because he can't pitch, but he can still go out and swing a stick.
Yeah. But the UCL thing, I hope Ohtani's.
I mean, and
I hope his arm's the same after this.
They don't have to. He doesn't have to play every game, right? Is he a little bit of pain?
Could DH.
Yeah, he's just a DH.
It's true. But I heard he was going to be fielding though too.
I don't think they will. I think the Angels aren't going to. They care, but they're going to still play him.
Yeah.
Do something stupid.
Yeah. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is Isaiah Simmons The linebacker that went to Clemson got drafted to the Cardinals. He got traded to the Giants last week, I think, for a 7th-round pick, and he was drafted in the mid-first round, or early first round. I think it was a salary move. I think they're dumping. They had to make the move because of salary reasons. But I feel like they could have got a lot more for him because of how young he is at his position and how athletic he is. The Giants got a steal in that.
Yeah, but if they're truly trying to make the move because of salary cap and salary issues, they're gonna at least want to, rather than cut him. Right? They looked at their roster, probably figured out, hey, we got to make a cut, or we try to trade the salary away for future. We got to get under this number, right?
Yeah,
and
very true.
And that might be why, hey, they were going to either cut. They were probably going to cut him. They got a 7th-round pick for him before they cut him, right? So someone else took him, and maybe they're going to try to fix him. If it's truly a salary cap, or maybe the coaching staff just says he doesn't have it. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be more to come out from that, honestly. And then there was another big thing that happened. This has nothing to do with like teams or anything. This is the media world, of the sports world, of Shannon Sharpe going to First Take. I am so excited for this. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm going back to First Take.
So I think I was an OG, right? When it came to First Take Cold Pizza, when it first started, I watched it for years. And, it lost a little bit when Skip left and went to Fox.
Yes.
And I gave at the timing of that is when Max Kellerman came over.
Yeah, I don't like Max.
And Shannon, I can't stand Max Kellerman. He brings his politics into what should be fun. Don't really care. Let's talk about sports, right?
Yep. 100%.
Anyway, so when he came over, he kind of lost me, and I left, and I followed Skip to Fox.
And
fell in love with Shannon Sharpe.
And then Shannon Sharpe was on there.
So
and now he's going to First Take with Stephen A.
Yeah, now that he's gone, now that Max has obviously been gone, and they failed at the loudmouth New Yorker. What's his name? The white guy that's on there. I can't think of this. He's got a Sirius radio channel. But yeah, I think
it's going to be fun. Their numbers are going to shoot.
Is it next week or something?
Yeah, next week it starts. He's on. It's gonna shoot. Their numbers are going to fly through the ceiling.
Well, I'll be back the first day.
Oh, me too.
I haven't watched it in a long time because I love Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, Shannon Sharpe's awesome.
I'm gonna still dabble with Skip Bayless. I think they bring in
Michael Irvin and Keyshawn.
Keyshawn's the one I want to hear.
Yeah,
I think actually Keyshawn ends up winning out on that.
I think
they're test driving both of them to see who fits. And Keyshawn Johnson's much better at that than
yeah. But they've already had some stuff happen. They brought Richard Sherman on, and they were talking. Richard Sherman was telling Michael Irvin that corner's harder than receiver, and they got in a big argument already. So Richard Sherman's also said some really, really stupid stuff
He says dumb stuff all the time.
But he's funny. He's entertaining.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be. I think it keeps both of them on there on Undisputed. But Shannon Sharpe on First Take is gonna make that.
Yeah, I'm back after.
Me too.
8 years.
100%. Me too. I watched it every once in a while, but it was the fact of it didn't have the pull.
And I know that Shannon Sharpe is going to talk about the Lakers.
And he's gonna
and LeBron
and the thing about Shannon Sharpe, he'll step on Stephen A's toes. He's not gonna care. He's gonna say his opinion, and he's gonna make Stephen A like really.
They're gonna be hilarious together.
Oh, they're gonna be so funny. They're gonna be so funny. There's gonna be so many clips. I'm already ready for it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
Next, we also got talk about the Anthony Davis extension. I am 50-50 about it. I'm happy they re-signed him, but I'm also, what are they going to do when LeBron leaves?
I'm elated about it because now there's no bullshit.
Yes, I agree with that part.
He's on the team, stability.
I'm optimistic of seeing what the hell they're going to do when LeBron leaves.
It's a lot of money they got available, and they get one of the best big men to build it around.
Did you also see what's happening in Milwaukee with Giannis?
No.
Giannis said he needs a championship team around him or he's leaving.
Well, there you go.
So,
go play with AD?
Dude, if the Lakers land Giannis when LeBron leaves,
and you still have Austin Reeves on that team,
dude, him on Team USA, man, he's been playing such good basketball. He looks electric on Team USA.
He is currently my favorite player in the NBA now. Just the way
One of mine
plays.
too.
He plays hard.
One of mine too.
Plays hard and he's crafty.
And no one expected him. He does not look like a superstar NBA player.
No.
Like, no offense, he looks like he went to Iowa and he played lacrosse. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's a superstar in the NBA.
Yeah,
He doesn't have the physique. He doesn't have the frame. He doesn't even have the skill. He has the effort.
But he also, I'm telling you,
And he's developed a
I've
lot.
never seen anybody draw better drawing fouls like that in a long time. He knows how to use his body to get to the free throw line.
Yep.
That's
He
big.
extends
And
plays.
he's a good free throw shooter.
He extends plays a lot. There was another trade that happened. I'm not really going to talk too much about it. It was Romeo Dobbs getting traded to the Cardinals. Receiver. Adds depth to their team. I don't see any bad move for either team. I see the move for both teams. The Cardinals need wide receiver depth. But the question is their quarterback going to be back in time?
Right.
The question's Kyler Murray. That's the big question mark. Because they're projected right now and by Vegas, they're not a favorite in any of their games this year to win a single game this year. I think week 1, them and the Commanders is going to be the test of who gets the first overall pick for Caleb Williams. And that's the question about Kyler.
I think Kyler Murray's 2 years away from being out of the NFL.
I don't like saying that, but I think so too.
Too small.
Yeah. It's sad.
No, he's a hell of an athlete. And he's a hell of a football player, but he's small.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take much.
He gets hurt.
Yeah, he's small, and you got these 500-pound
and
monsters chasing you around, and you get hit, and you're the size of him, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, and then you have a guy coming out of USC that's going to be unbelievable. That already is unbelievable with his size, his frame, his arm, and he can move.
Yeah, you mean the
Caleb.
back-to-back Heisman Trophy winner in a long time and probably national champ? Him, the kid, yep.
Caleb
Absolutely.
Williams.
Yeah, he's gonna be a stud.
He's
man.
electric.
He's really, really good.
He went to.
It's good to see a USC quarterback. They're back at that level now.
And he has that coach. He has the coach too. He has the coach. Lincoln Riley.
Sorry, Sooners fans.
Yeah, OU messed up with that one. Oklahoma messed up.
He's,
But it's funny though. They've had so many good quarterbacks come from that school. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
The quarterback level from OU, and look who the head coach was at OU.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley. So Lincoln Riley. It's
no
Lincoln
offense to
Riley.
Oklahoma. I think he if he can keep the talent in Southern California, USC is now going to have another juggernaut again.
Oh, USC's for
coming.
real,
It's
and
coming.
they're moving conferences.
Yeah, it's coming.
So they're going to start pulling a lot more people to that school.
The players that the SEC's been pulling out of Southern California, now USC is back, and all they got to do is keep the talent homegrown, and they're going to compete in every year.
100%. All right, there's this big one that we talked about yesterday. Just talking about it. Who's winning the National League MVP this year? Who is it? We got the 3-headed monster race. Speaking of that, we got a game. We got Braves Dodgers tonight.
I think Acuna wins the MVP.
You think Acuna wins MVP?
Yeah, just because you got
Mookie and Freddie on the same team.
team.
They're fighting with each other.
They cancel each other out, man.
Favorites right now is Mookie, but Acuna's on pace to steal 70 bases. He has over 60 stolen bases right now, which is unbelievable, and he's hitting over 30 home runs.
Yeah. Well, remember what I told you was going to happen?
He's batting over 300. He has stolen almost 70 bases, and his OPS is the second best in baseball.
Yeah, and I think you're gonna and you say that, but remember, I think when you and I talked about this, that how many times you can throw to first base was going to change the game, and it was going to open up the stolen bases too.
Yeah,
They're
100%.
Right overall. So
100%.
I'm really, I'll tell you, out of the entire seeing more of that, it really brings me back to old school baseball when we're stealing bases, and it's not just coming up and swinging for the fences, playing small ball and moving runners and stuff. That's what baseball is all
and the
about.
thing is too, which is kind of weird, is I feel like
and the shift too, taking the shift away.
Oh yeah, it upgraded everything.
Yeah, it's been really good for the game.
Yeah, that was a good move.
Yeah,
that was a good move by the MLB doing that.
But Acuna, I think the numbers and being by himself and not being with another superstar like.
Well, I mean, he does have Matt Olson, but he doesn't have another MVP.
Not MVP level.
MVP level guys.
Yeah.
Like Mookie and Freddie, but they're both having a hell of a year.
Yeah, and if I was to say if it was going to go to Dodge or not, I'd say Freeman.
Yeah. It's impressive. Most doubles in Dodgers history, and the season's not over yet. And Mookie's batting over 400 this month, in the month of August, which is coming to an end. But he was, I don't know, dude. Mookie has, I think Mookie's gonna win it, in my opinion. But Acuna is a very, very close second, and I think Freddie's gonna be third. I think because of the fielding. I think because of fielding. Mookie is a Gold Glove fielder in right field, in center field, at second base, and at shortstop.
he's good.
Acuna only plays right field. So, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. It depends on the voters. Watch it be some obscure thing, and they don't even give either one of them it.
No, we'll see.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be. I think it's going to be a close vote.
AL MVP, Ohtani. I don't care. He got hurt. It's still unbelievable what he does. It's Ohtani. You could say that every year, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ohtani. It's Ohtani.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's a debate. I think a lot of people are going to debate it because of injuries.
You sat back and looked at the teams that are really good in the contention. Do they really have any standouts that really the Ohtani level? Not really.
No,
they're just good overall team.
Yeah, he's pitching and being able to hit the ball like he is.
It's
you could realistically give Ohtani the MVP for the next 10 years.
Like Judd, hitting over 400 this year.
Yeah,
and he's on the Yankees and
and they're playing and they're having a good year. They're not having a good year.
Yeah, so but.
It's Ohtani. It's Ohtani. And then, thing I was gonna say too, I forgot to mention. I'm disappointed in the Phillies this year. I'm disappointed in Trey Turner.
Maybe the Dodgers were smart. Maybe they knew something we didn't know.
Yeah, but
something like that happens. I always wonder.
Like that stolen base thing happens now. And Trey Turner's doesn't. His base stealing's down. His batting average is down. His power's down. Everything's down.
Maybe he's something wrong. Maybe he's some nagging injuries.
Well, the thing about the Dodgers, too, I said this in my last podcast, the Dodgers are a token for gems. They're making Jason Hayward look like a god this year.
Yeah.
They make players' careers better.
Look at, they got from Boston, too. Look at the year he's having. Martinez.
Oh, JD? Yeah. The Dodgers are gems for that. That's why I said the Dodgers are the best.
The ultimate resurrection of careers what they did with Muncy, right?
Yeah. Who was Max Muncy before he went to L.A.? Who was Max Muncy? There's no
Kelly. I mean, there's a lot of these pitchers in the
Yep.
I mean, they're talented.
Think about this.
It all goes back to their farm system, man. They got good.
Think about this too. Is the Dodgers should have Trevor Bauer right now?
Yeah, it's scary. He's pitching over in Japan or something.
Yeah,
like that.
but put Trevor Bauer on that team. That's crazy. I didn't put it on the notes, but there is one thing I want to talk about. I don't know if you've heard what's going on with Wander Franco, the shortstop for the Rays. He's having some sexual problems with the 14-year-old girl from the Dominican. It's a very, very serious thing.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. You'd look into it whenever we get off of this, but yeah, it's serious. The MLB is, in my opinion, if this is all true, it's allegations right now, but it's multiple. It's not, and they're underaged. I think this is a factor where...
Did this all happen in the Dominican? I guess I don't know the laws of the Dominican.
It's the same. It's 18 or older. It's 18. Yeah, I already looked above. I looked it up before this. But
he's gonna have to. Yeah, I mean.
If this is all true, I'm not saying anything right. It's not true or not. But if it is, the MLB needs to. He never needs to touch an MLB field again. And he needs to go to prison. My opinion. Mm-hmm. It's not okay. It's not good, and it's something they need to really, really take their time on.
There's two sides of this. Who knows?
They need to take their time on it.
Got to do it right.
Yep. The Trevor Bauer situation is completely different than this one. It's still, they're both bad, but this one's worse.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
This one's way worse. So I don't know what the MLB is going to do to it. I don't know how the situation is going to pan out. And he's young, and he's a superstar. He has so much potential, but, nothing you can do about it. All right, we're going to move on to something that is coming up a week from today. The NFL season kicks off. Week 1, Thursday Night Football, Chiefs-Lions. In Kansas City, who wins? Detroit. I think so, too. I think the Lions are going to beat them. I think the Lions win their division this year.
Detroit's scary good.
Yep. They are very good.
Yeah.
I think
and they're as good as far as their quarterback doesn't mess it up.
Yeah, Jared Goff, I mean, he's
played
really good football.
Yeah.
If
he plays like he did last year, and the rest of the team is progressing...
Aiden Hutchinson, that defense.
I would not want no part of
They went and drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back, this year. I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be really good. I drafted him in fantasy football in like the 5th round because he is on the depth chart. He's RB3, yes, but he's going to a team with a running back coach that was Alvin Kamara's coach in New Orleans on his rookie year, and Alvin Kamara was the running back 3, and look what he did his rookie year. So. And Jahmyr Gibbs is just like Alvin Kamara. Same kind of frame, same kind of style.
Right.
But Who wins MVP in the NFL this year? Early predictions.
Who wins what?
MVP NFL. It's going to be a quarterback. You can name 3 if you want to, and then narrow that down from those 3.
Homeboy in Cincinnati.
Okay. Burrow?
Yeah.
I think it's Burrow's.
I think it's actually Burrow's to lose.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah. I think Cincinnati's that good. I think Cincinnati's gonna probably win the Super Bowl this year. I think they fixed their line.
Defense though.
In the defense, but Burrow's is gonna. I mean, look what they've done with him getting, creamed every year. Getting sacked, hit 70 times and shit.
Yeah.
He goes to the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna say
so
this.
The kid's got heart, so he's my favorite. Right?
I'm gonna say this too.
Second is probably,
after you're done. No, go home.
Second is Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I think the MVP is gonna come out of the AFC. It's one of those 3 quarterbacks.
4,
possibly, maybe. Josh Allen.
Actually, one of the
Burrow,
5. I'll say 5.
Or of course.
Mahomes.
And
you got
I think it's one of those.
And you got Lawrence and Herbert.
Yeah, but I think.
Yeah.
Those 3 guys. I think it's gonna be one of those 3.
It's
coming out of the AFC.
My prediction. I was gonna say sorry. Joe Burrow is 10 times better than Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry, it's so true. Jalen Hurts is the best offensive line in front of him, the best defense in football, and all those weapons. You put Joe Burrow on the Eagles team, the Eagles win Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Their offensive line on that Eagles team is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. That team is ridiculous. Yeah. You put Jalen Hurts in Cincinnati, he doesn't do what Burrow does in Cincinnati.
No, he doesn't.
He'll have Jamar Chase, but you go to Philly, you got A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, Chase and Higgins. I mean, they're kind of...
Yeah, Burrow's cool hand loose, man.
Oh, Burrow's disgusting. Burrow's ridiculous.
He doesn't get rattled.
Burrow's ridiculous.
Which is obvious because he's on his back all the time.
Yep, and I'm not saying it's a good thing for a young quarterback to go through that, but he learns. That means you learn fast. You got to learn that fast.
I think he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
100%. I think all of those 5 quarterbacks I mentioned are going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I think Mahomes. I think is already guaranteed.
He is.
Burrow, Allen, Herbert, and Lawrence. I think those are all 5 Hall of Fame quarterbacks we're witnessing right now.
Yeah, I forgot about Trevor Lawrence.
My opinion for the MVP though. This year, I'm going to have non-biasness. I'm not going to be biased because I could say Herbert. I genuinely think he's going to have a hell of a year. But I think it's going to be Josh Allen this year. I think the Bills are the team to beat. I think everything's going to go through Buffalo this year. I think they win that division. I know New York. I know the Jets. You know what? Dark horse to win MVP is Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I'll tell you, if they go... there's something to that. Even if they don't win a Super Bowl, if they go, win the AFC.
If they win that division
and get to the AFC Championship, he wins MVP. He is the MVP if they get to the AFC Championship this year.
100%. Rodgers is a dark horse. People aren't talking about it, but dude,
if they win and they get far,
we got to remember Aaron Rodgers.
Not even a Super Bowl, just AFC Championship game. He's MVP.
Yeah, I mean, thing about the MVP. It's stupid in my opinion. It's regular season based.
Yeah,
if we
but
put
the votes, I mean, that could be all swayed.
I think Rodgers is the dark horse to win the MVP this year. I don't know why. I just see it. If the Jets are good, Rodgers is going to be up there. He's won 2 already. Mm-hmm. What does that tell you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't know. We'll have to see. He has Garrett Wilson. He's a superstar young receiver. Look what he did with Devontae Adams. Won 2 MVPs. Mm-hmm. He has a good receiving core. His run game is electric. Dalvin Cook, Breece Hall. Dude, that's the best running backs he's ever had. I mean, he had Eddie Lacy, but he himself had the NFL, literally.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I think this is the best offense Rodgers has had around him in his career.
Could very well be.
With the running back depth, the receiver depth.
On their defense.
And he's won 2 MVPs without this depth.
And the Jets' defense isn't too bad.
No, Jets' defense is good.
Yeah.
But I still think it's Josh Allen this year. Dark horse will be Aaron Rodgers. I think second place will be Herbert. Third will be Mahomes. Or Lawrence though too. I don't know. Trevor Lawrence could very well do it too. It's a 5-headed monster fight. It's all in the AFC. Lamar Jackson's still there too. We got to see how the Ravens are.
Yeah.
The AFC's interesting this year. The AFC's hard to predict this year. The AFC is hard because it got even better. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how that goes. NFL Rookie of the Year. I'm gonna say Bijan Robinson, the running back that went to Texas running back that the Falcons drafted.
Yeah.
Or I don't think Bryce Young wins it. I don't think C.J. Stroud wins it. I think it's gonna be him. I think it's his to lose. Honestly,
Probably.
he's running back 1. I mean, depth chart came out and they did have him lower because of Cordell Patterson, but he's gonna take that. He's gonna take the snaps.
I don't know. I have to look at some of the defensive players again where they got drafted.
Yeah, but I think. Well, you have remember offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah.
So offensive rookie of the year, I think is Bijan Robinson. Defensive, I can't tell you. I kind of got to play it out.
Mm-hmm.
It could be Will Anderson or it could be Jalen Carter. But I don't think it's going to be Jalen Carter just because how good his defense already is. That defensive line is already stacked.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to get stuff taken away from him. So it's probably going to be Will Anderson. He's going to be electric. Will Anderson he's scary.
Yeah, he's good.
The Texans were smart trading up to get him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't know about the Stroud move, but the Will Anderson was, I think, a fail save for them.
Yeah,
If C.J. Stroud doesn't pan out, they're gonna they're gonna jump on that. All right, now we're gonna go into the South, the West, all the AFC, NFC. Who's gonna win their divisions? We're gonna start with the NFC West, which is Niners, Seattle, Arizona, and the Rams.
Yeah.
Who wins that division? I'm saying the Niners.
Niners are.
Okay, we move on from that one. I think everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Seattle comes in second.
They're a wild card team.
And then I think the Rams are third, Cardinals last.
Yep.
Cool, we can agree on that one. AFC West. Both of our teams are in it, by the way, so this is going to be biased as hell.
AFC West.
This is going to be biased. I'm just letting you guys
Kansas
know.
City wins the division.
Okay. Second, third,
San
fourth.
Diego, joke. LA Chargers probably finish second.
Okay, Chargers in second.
Raiders third.
Broncos last. Ooh, okay. All right. My prediction, I'm going to be biased. I don't care. I'm going to do it, and I don't care. I'm not going to hold it back. I'm saying it.
The Raiders?
Okay. Chargers won the division this year. Kansas City comes in second. Raiders come in third and make the playoffs.
Maybe.
And Denver comes in last. I think the Raiders make the playoffs this year. I don't know why. They're gonna win. They're gonna be a wild card team. I'll say why when we get to the other divisions in the AFC. But I have an actual theory to this. All right, we're gonna go to the NFC East.
It's gonna be Philly.
Philly. I think Dallas comes in second.
I
No, you know what? I think the Giants come in
I
second.
think the Giants come in second.
I think it's Philly, Giants, Dallas, and then Commanders.
I'll tell you after the first game.
Fair.
Between those two.
Fair between I think whoever wins that
that
game.
game.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna split either way.
Sunday night,
I
right?
think.
Yeah,
yeah.
But if the Giants go in and win that game on Sunday night in Dallas opening night,
I might be in New York. I don't know where it's at, but
I think it's in Dallas because I'm going to be down there. I'll be down there.
you might be right. I have to look, but either
Dallas.
way, no matter what, if the Giants beat them Sunday Night Football, Giants get second place in that division. I agree with that. AFC East, this one's hard.
Oh,
Fourth place is going to be the Patriots. I think we can agree on that right now.
Yeah,
Last is the Pats. Who wins that damn division? Bills, Jets, Dolphins.
You ready for this?
Miami.
As long as Tua doesn't get hurt.
Okay.
Miami wins the division, and I think the Bills come in second.
Do you think the Jets miss the playoffs?
Yeah.
You think the Jets miss the playoffs?
Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers is probably on his last. I don't know. I just got a feeling he's gonna get hurt.
That's a take.
He's old, man.
That is a take right there.
He's old.
That was a take. Okay. I'm gonna go completely opposite of what you went with. I'm gonna go first is gonna be Buffalo, second's gonna be the Jets, third is Miami, and fourth is New England. I'm just not a Tua believer, man. I mean, you know what? We'll see week 1 with Miami. If they come into LA and beat the Chargers, but if they don't, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All he's got to do is stand up and just throw the ball up in the air.
Yeah, you got those two
Those
receivers.
receivers
Those two fast receivers, Hill and Waddle, are ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna go to the AFC South.
Oh, Jacksonville.
Yep.
And who cares?
Yeah.
The rest
Texans
of the
coming
division's garbage.
last,
But Tennessee will come in second,
and then I think
and then you'll have the Colts,
Colts will be third.
and then
Texans last.
Texans.
All right, NFC South.
NFC South. That is going to be New Orleans.
100%. The South divisions in the AFC and the NFC are bad.
Yeah, they are.
The Bucks,
Yeah.
I think, come in second in that division.
Derek Carr has a chance of a great year because he's playing in a shitty division, and the Saints got a pretty good team.
Yeah.
They were already good.
Yeah, I think Derek Carr's gonna have a great year.
Yes, I think the Saints can win the division.
Yeah, they'll win that
The
division.
rest of the division, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
They're not even going to be in the playoffs. They're not getting a wild card. Anything else? No one else coming into the playoffs out of that division.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
That division's bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we got the last one. We got the NFC North.
AFC North?
NFC North.
NFC North. Oh. Detroit. Yeah, Detroit. Second is Minnesota. And then the Bears, and then the Packers.
Yeah.
Packers coming last.
I'm going to go different, actually. I'm going to say Lions, Bears, Vikings, Packers.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Vikings underperformed this year. I think they overperformed last year.
I think they do what they always do. They overperform, and then they fall apart in the postseason.
Come a little closer.
I think that's that's probably the best case.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway.
We're going to jump into what starts this weekend. Well, technically started last weekend, week 0, but
college football.
College football starts this weekend.
Okay.
Who wins the Pac-12? Who's the Pac-12 champs?
USC.
We'll agree on that. I think it's them and Oregon in the Pac-12 championship.
More than likely.
Or Utah.
Maybe Utah.
Or Utah. It's between those three. I think USC wins, though. SEC. SEC. Who wins the SEC? This is I'm going to go with Georgia.
Yep.
Georgia wins the SEC this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think they beat Alabama again.
Yep.
I think Georgia's unbelievable. Then we got the ACC. I think Florida State. That's the ACC, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna say Clemson.
I think Florida State wins the ACC this year. He thinks Clemson. I think it's them two in the ACC championship though.
Mm-hmm.
It's me them too.
Yep.
Dude, I don't know, dude. We got to see if Florida State beats LSU. And by the way, they play Sunday.
They play Sunday. Not Saturday.
In Florida, at Florida State.
Oh, Florida State's gonna kick.
I think Florida State's gonna beat them.
Their butt.
And then we got the Big Ten.
Michigan.
Yeah. I think so too.
Yep.
I think it's Michigan's year.
Yep.
All right. We also have. Oh, here we go. This is a super early prediction. We're probably going to be super biased. I'm not going to lie because we like the same team when it comes to this. We're going to go into the NBA right now.
Okay.
Who wins the title in the NBA this season? I'm biased. I don't care. I'm saying the Lakers win it this year. They got better.
Yeah, I think
we stay healthy. We go to the finals.
I think the Lakers are in the finals this year.
I think that
the only team that I'm worried if they finally figure it out and get it together and really perform like they should is Philadelphia. And if they get it right, then I'd be a little worried about them as a Laker fan. But I think we can beat any of the other teams.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if Philly's in the finals, they figured it out.
Which is not good.
No. Embiid is really, really good.
Yeah, they're keeping Harden, so
yeah.
They're going to have Harden next year. That's going to be an if. Who wins MVP in the NBA this year?
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to...
It's probably going to... I'm going to... You know what?
I'm saying Anthony Davis.
I don't know. Gosh. It's hard to go against the Joker. It's hard to go against him.
Yeah, but that 3 and 4 years that...
Yeah,
Embiid too, man.
Well, Embiid.
But he back-to-back's hard.
AD could be a dark horse. I'll give you that. I'd love to see it happen.
I think it will.
They're probably winning the title this year.
Mm-hmm. That's my prediction. But Anthony Davis wins MVP and the Lakers win the championship this year.
Yeah, I think Luka's going to get some crazy respect.
I think he comes in second.
Yeah, I think Luka's...
Well, I don't know, dude. We got to see how that team is. We got to see how him and Kyrie play together.
They
you
might
know,
figure it out, but
if they don't figure it out and they're a 10 seed and they're in the play-in, he's not winning MVP.
It's true.
You know what I mean? It's their team has to be good.
But
Steph,
there's one person we got to talk about. It's the Greek Freak, man.
Oh yeah, Giannis.
Giannis could end up winning it too.
Yeah, There's a lot. It's hard to predict that one for the NBA.
Yeah.
And then we got comeback player of the year in the NBA. I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm gonna pivot. Comeback player of the year in the NFL is gonna be DeMar Hamlin.
Yes. Automatically, if he just plays this year,
He made the 53-man roster already.
he's gonna get it.
I think he gets it.
Yeah, that's hands down.
NBA though. Ooh, I don't know, dude. That's a little hard. We just got to think of somebody that got hurt. It's coming off a
Not
big
even
injury.
hurt, or just found the right spot too, right?
Yeah, who's left?
So I don't know.
I got one. Damian Lillard.
I don't think so.
Because he's going to end up in Miami. We still have not seen him get traded yet. What the hell is going on with that? What are the Blazers doing? What is happening in the Blazers front office right now with Damian Lillard situations? Are they taking calls? Are they not? Are they trading him? What's going on? It's been over 2 months since Lillard requested a trade from the Blazers.
Yeah.
I said he's going to Miami before the trade request even happened.
I think that's why he requested the trade.
Miami is for real, and if they get Lillard, man, whoo boy, the Heat are going to be scary. And we got to talk about them going to the finals too. Yeah. I think it's Lakers Heat in the finals this year. My prediction, Lakers win in a 5-game series.
That's because of Anthony Davis and LeBron.
Yep.
They got no answer for either one of those guys.
Yep. We won't have an answer for Damian Lillard.
God,
we'll have an answer for Jimmy Butler though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We still got Vanderbilt, baby.
We do.
Come on.
Yeah.
The Lakers are going to be good this year. Comeback player of the year of the NBA, I'd have no clue. I'll have to wait to kind of give my prediction on that one because we don't know yet. No. It's one of those things. It could be Klay Thompson.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Watch this. We could probably have this on the conversation right at the All-Star break.
Yeah. Pop it in. Okay, I have a bunch of questions from my Instagram for you today, Pops. We got a crap ton of them. I'm gonna go off. We'll go with the first one. It's gonna be thoughts on the Shohei situation. What are yours? You are an Angel. My dad is an Angel fan, so you guys know. So he's gonna have the best opinion on this. What is your opinions on the Angels not trading Ohtani?
We're idiots. Absolute idiots. Whatever his name is, Artie's ruining the team. And
Moreno, is that his last name? Artie Moreno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At any rate, he's ruined the team. He could have. As soon as they got the arbitration extension this year, we immediately should have moved him. We would have got about anything we wanted for him. We could have got a couple starting pitchers and some good players because he does on the other end, and maybe got some and hit some of the teams that are really deep in the farm system, like the Dodgers or St. Louis or Atlanta, and just rob it and that because they're so far away from being very competitive, and we've already ruined the best years of Mike Trout. They should have traded him, and it would have given us the competitive edge to be back in a very good position in a couple of years. But now we're going to lose him for nothing.
You guys are going to get. It's going to be a 10-year reset.
Yeah, we're getting one of those.
It's going to be one of those Orioles resets, dude.
Yeah, we need.
And they're having a hell of a year, by the way.
They're going to do that. Why don't we trade Trout too? And I hate to say it.
They're having a hell of a year. We got another one. Who wins the World Series this year?
The Baltimore Orioles.
Orioles. That's his prediction. I got to go with my Dodgers. I got to go Dodgers.
I mean, I should probably go against Houston, but I think it's Baltimore's year.
That's crazy to think about. Nobody out of every executive in the sports and the baseball industry, not a single person predicted the Orioles to win that damn division this year.
Yeah.
If you would have bet on the Orioles to win the division at the beginning of the year, I think it was over 1,000 odds. You would have won. You $100 to win $1,000. They would have won it. So
yeah.
Okay, we got. What was your favorite sports game you've ever been to? This one, I know the answer to. Unbelievable.
Yeah. So this must have been a little game in January of 2006. It's Staples with my boy Banyan Hooter, and his girlfriend and their son, we got tickets to a Laker game from actually Bill Cosby seats. Weird, believe it or not, ironic. She was doing financial investments for him and got free tickets for like a Christmas gift. Never dealt with him, but dealt with his financial advisors. Anyway, she asked for a game on Sunday night, and she got him in January against the Toronto Raptors. And Banyan came to me and said, "Hey, you want to go to a Laker game tonight? We got Bill Cosby seats." I'm like, "Well, yeah, duh. Of course I do."
That's what kind of question is that?
So I drove. So we had to go down to Pasadena to pick her up, and so we all four went. And it was the night that Kobe scored 81 points. And my friends wanted to leave at halftime when the Lakers were down 19 points at halftime against Toronto, and Kobe only had, I think, maybe 25 points, 27 points, I forget, something like that, in the first half, and they wanted to leave. And I drove, and I told them, no, we're not leaving. I'd never been that close, could hear the shit talking on the floor. We're not going anywhere. And boy, did they were happy that I was
Put your foot down
about it, put a foot down.
Yep, he scored over 50 points in the second half and dropped 81.
Got the ticket stub in my loft.
Yep. Old man was there.
Yep.
All right, have you met a famous athlete? And if so, who? There's been a bunch, I know that, so we'll just say, who's your favorite athlete you've met?
Oh, gosh.
I know there's a couple. There's quite a few. There's Andrew Bynum on there. I know there's a couple baseball players.
Oh, this is going to go back.
And then I know there's a golfer. There's a couple golfers.
There's a golfer, so I'm going to go back to probably Tiger Woods. I met him when I was a senior in high school, and he was a freshman at Western High School, and I went out and played golf for the golf team after basketball season was over with. And we played Western High School, which is in Cyprus, was in our league. We had a league match, and I was the 8th player, and I sucked. And our best player, and then we played against Tiger Woods, and I met him. I think he was 14 years old. He drove the green on the first hole, par 4.
At 14.
At 14.
That's crazy.
I didn't know who he was, obviously, and then obviously years later, I'm turning on and I see this kid win the Masters by 18 or 16 strokes or something like that, and then I realized who the hell it was, and I about died. I was like, oh my god, I know that.
I
guy.
play golf against that kid.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a favorite jersey you own?
I sure do.
What is it?
It's my James Worthy jersey, number 42.
Superstar Laker back in the 80s. Hell of a ball player. Okay. Do you prefer the Oakland Raiders or the Las Vegas Raiders? Or you can pivot to a different one if you want to.
So mine's going to be the LA Raiders. That's when I became a Raider fan in '84 when they moved to LA, and I was 11 years old. So I locked into the Raiders. They had Marcus Allen.
That was a mistake.
And Howie Long, and Lyle Alzado, and Jim Plunkett, and I locked into them, and they won the Super Bowl that year, and kicked the snot out of the Redskins, who were defending champs, by the way, and so there. And then they went back to Oakland. I followed them. Obviously, I'm going to stick with them.
All right.
They made a mistake letting them go to Vegas. It should have been the Raiders, and the Chargers should have went to Vegas.
Or we should have stayed in San Diego.
Yep.
That's my opinion. I'm a Charger fan. I think we should have never left. If we would have went to Vegas, that'd have been cool, though.
I think it was a proven fact why I say that, because when we went to the Charger Raider game,
oh, dude,
it was at least 90,
even
90,
my thing too.
It's been 20 years,
20
years since they've been maybe longer. 25 years, I don't know.
Since the Raiders have been back in LA.
Oh
my god,
in Los Angeles.
We were at that game because Charger Raider fan, obviously, but
yeah.
Oh man, it was electric.
Yeah.
And who won?
90%. Yeah, Raiders lost, but we had 90% of the fans.
But I can't talk smack because we went into Vegas and lost our playoff spot in overtime, and we were there. That was the worst game of my life. If we would have just took a damn knee.
It's one of the more proud moments as a father.
If the Chargers would have kneed the damn ball, we would have been in the playoffs with them. But no. We're going to go for it and poke the bear. And they walked down the field and kicked the field goal and we lost.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I remember that game. Oh, yeah. No. Who is the greatest basketball player of all time, Dad?
It's Michael Jordan.
Who's second?
Second?
Who's your top 3 GOATs in the NBA ever? I know who people are expecting to hear, but you're probably not going to hear him in this sentence. I know who else is going to be on there.
It's going to be LeBron. The guy's incredible. Wilt Chamberlain.
That's your top 3?
I'm just throwing my names out there. I'm going to sort them. Magic Johnson. And I got to go with the cat.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yep.
My top 3 goats.
So my top 3 though is and I didn't say Kobe on there, and I love the guy, but if I got to look at the overall body, what LeBron's done is nothing but less as impressive as all around player. Now who's the one guy I don't want to play against is Kobe.
Oh God, no. He's a demon. He's the reason.
LeBron needs to get some respect that I don't think he gets because of the whole Jordan comparison. Look, there's only one Michael Jordan. Just leave him alone. The guy's a legend. He's 60 years old.
I have a big opinion on
LeBron's still playing. Don't mix the two. It's greatness before you, and just enjoy it because he's a generational talent. And you see that as being the age I am and watching these great players now that I am the older.
Sit back and enjoy it.
Appreciate who they are because you don't see it very often.
No, in my opinion,
There's
on the
5 players in my lifetime that have done that for me. Shaq is one of them too.
Yeah, in my opinion, there's no goat. There is no one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because if you say measure with rings, you got Bill Russell.
My opinion is there are goats of eras of the NBA at the time that the NBA is going through. The '80s was Magic. I'm sorry.
It was
Magic or Bird. You could say that
right now. It was Magic, and then '90s was Jordan. 2000s was Kobe, Brick, and Bryant. And then LeBron James took over that mantle.
And then
now we're in the place where it's going to be the Joker.
There's goats of eras. And in the 70s,
you got to go with the cat.
Kareem. 60s was Will.
And Bill Russell. Yeah.
So. That's why I'm saying there's goats of eras. You can, if you say there's one person that's the greatest of all time, you can't because the game has changed so much. I'm sorry, the NBA is soft nowadays. I'm sorry. You put LeBron in the 90s, he's not the same LeBron. He's going to be dominant, but he's not going to be able to do the things he does.
And what's even scarier, put MJ playing now.
Oh my God, Jordan's going for 60 a game in the era now because of how soft it is. You can't even hand check anymore. Yeah. And granted, Jordan pushed off on that shot in the playoffs against Utah, dude. But man, they didn't. The NBA was different, so we can't do that. Who's the greatest quarterback of all time? Manning.
I'm joking. Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's Brady. I don't think that's a question. Name one athlete you could beat in a fight.
Nate Robinson. I kick his ass. I've seen how he fights.
I think we saw what Jake Paul did to Nate Robinson. Okay. Me and him have the same answer for this, so you guys probably are going to know what it is. Who's your least favorite NFL team?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
We can agree on something.
Yes, we can.
I hate the Chiefs. We hate the Chiefs.
Yes.
Always will. Never will change. Bandwagon fans or fans. No, don't even get me started. Okay. What would you do for a Raiders Super Bowl? What would you give up? You have to give something up in your life right now for the Raiders to win a Super Bowl. What is it and why?
Bourbon.
How long?
I'll give it for 1 year.
Give up bourbon for a year for a Raiders Super Bowl.
I will.
That's saying something. He drinks it almost every day.
It's been 40 years. Almost 40 years.
Dude, I would give up a kidney. If you ask me that question for the Chargers to win a Super Bowl, I'm giving up a kidney.
We got so close. I had almost the perfect season in 2002.
Oh yeah.
It would have been the perfect season for
the Raiders were in the Super Bowl and lost. The Lakers won the finals, and the Angels won the World Series. So he would have had the trifecta. I haven't gotten close to the trifecta. I've gotten 2 of the 3 in 2020 when the Dodgers won the World Series and the Lakers won the finals. But the Chargers, dude, there's nothing you can do about them. Okay, we also got if you weren't a Raiders fan, what would your favorite NFL team be? I know the answer.
The Miami Dolphins.
Okay, but would you convert to be a Charger fan?
I don't know. I don't dislike the Chargers. I think you know that. I don't
he can't because of me.
No. And I never really did. I always had something against the little turds in orange and the Chiefs.
You can't hate us because we haven't been good, so there's nothing to hate about it.
Yeah, Denver and Kansas
Denver's
City
won the Super Bowl. Kansas City's won Super Bowls, so we haven't. So there's nothing to hate because the Chargers haven't won. So old or new football? Old. I agree with that. Okay, we got your favorite thing in your sports collection. All sports memorabilia. It could be anything. It could be the littlest thing. Favorite thing in your sports memorabilia collection.
So my
and it can even be ever, all time. You cannot even have it anymore.
It's hanging in my office, and it only cost me $1. I bought the sports page the day after Kirk Gibson hit his home run in the World Series against the A's in 1988, and it's framed and sitting up in my loft.
My favorite thing he has is probably his signed Pete Rose jersey,
which I need to get put up.
That's probably one of my favorites he has. Or there's another thing we also have in our loft, which has Magic's autograph on it. It's like a little shadow boxing. It's really cool too.
Yeah, it's got Magic,
Kareem, Worthy,
Cooper, Jamal Wilkes. Yeah, it's got it.
Just missing Jordan because there's a picture of Magic backing down Jordan, so we got to get Jordan's autograph.
Right.
We got to get Jordan's autograph right there, just to add even more specialty to it. What sports did you play?
I played baseball, basketball, 1 year of golf.
What was your favorite?
Basketball.
You played basketball how many years?
All the way through my senior year in high school.
There you go.
And then I played intramural and
this one's
coach the kids, and it's my sport.
Yeah, this one's kind of the same. I asked what your favorite sporting event you've been to. What's the coolest one you've been to? The one that the most emotional.
So it was that's easy. That's we were at the first game at Staples after Kobe passed away.
Yeah.
That's probably the most moving.
You guys can, if you have not, you can go on my Instagram, scroll pretty far down, and there's pictures and videos. It was the most unbelievable thing I've been to in my life. And honestly, that's the most emotional one. The coolest sporting event I've been to was the game in Vegas. That shit was cool. That was cool. It was cool. We lost, but it was cool. The moment, all the fans, it was a blast.
Yeah.
I think that was
We've had some pretty good ones.
And speaking of, we will be at the game. Kobe's statue gets unveiled this year on February 8th of 2024.
Yep.
We will be at the game.
Yes, we will.
I'm so excited for that. But I think that's everything. I think we touched everything. So
right,
I appreciate you for joining me, Pops.
Anytime, my man. I love you.
I love you too.
Good luck on your podcast.
Yes, sir.
Good chatting with you.
Yeah, of course. All right. I appreciate everybody. If you are new, hit that subscribe button, share with your friends and family, and I appreciate you guys for tuning into the podcast. I will be back next week. It will be Wednesday instead of Thursday. I had to wait for my dad to come back from business trip, so I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Storm Center. I'm out. Peace.